Internazionale of Milan had nothing like the content of players at Brazil 2014 for the World Cup finals that Real Madrid had, as Inter, along with a number of Italian clubs, bar Juventus, who were runaway champions in Serie A last season, the rest of the Italian clubs really struggling for finance and also to regain their former status. We've already seen AC Milan palpably outplayed by the Greek side Olympiacos. Well, what have Inter got in store here? Vidic going through the picture, their big summer signing from Manchester United. A big crowd have turned up, despite the fact some of the star names aren't here. But without doubt, this is the most prestigious of all the pre-season tournaments. Real Madrid, winners of the inaugural International Champions Cup, played 12 months ago. They beat Chelsea 3-1 in the final. The pitch, incidentally, normally is artificial turf. They play American college football here on the Berkeley campus, but they've hurriedly laid orthodox turf, and it won't be the best playing surface that the Real Madrid or Inter players have come into contact with. As I've said, the temperature's very hot, and the competition for places for both sides heading into a new season is going to be very interesting. Keep an eye out for number 19, Ruben Botta, who will play just behind the lone striker for Inter, the 21-year-old Argentine Mauro Icardi. Botta, and also an Argentine yet to score for the club, began in the Boca Juniors youth system. Kuzmanovic has been linked with a move away from Inter for some months now. Nagatomo, their normal left wing-back, the Japanese international, because of his World Cup duties, he doesn't start. So there's an opportunity at left-back for Dodo.
To remember this Real Madrid legend.
Well, both sets of players paying tribute there to the late Alfredo Di Stefano, who passed away just before the start of the World Cup and was the key player in that wonderful Real Madrid team that won 5 European Cups in a row from 1956 to 60 inclusive. So a predominantly young Real Madrid side. Gareth Bale at 25 is the third oldest player in the team. Real Madrid are in their traditional all-white, and they will get us started here. Our referee is Ricardo Salazar. Very difficult to keep Real Madrid away from the headlines, even between the end of the World Cup and the start of this prestigious tournament. So much talk about the players that will be coming in to wear the famous white shirt, and a lot of speculation on 1 or 2 big names leaving. All that to be determined over the next couple of weeks. Long wait for the players here. The referee awaiting his cue. This is the 6th successive summer that Real Madrid have toured the United States. It goes without saying they have a massive following in this vast country. They and Barcelona in particular, along with 2 or 3 of the top sides in the English Premier League. The United States enjoyed a good World Cup. They had record TV audiences. And that game against Belgium that will live long in the memory, that went to extra time. And if they can't build the game of soccer in the United States on the back of that, then I suspect they never will. Alongside me, delighted to say, is Terry Gibson. What are you looking forward to here, Terry?
Well, looking forward, I think, firstly, to seeing some of the younger players at Real Madrid. To see how they respond. Most of them played for a team that was relegated in the 2nd division in Spanish football last season, so it's a huge jump in terms of quality for them. We've seen in the past good young players come through the ranks at Real Madrid. For Inter Milan, it's been a summer of change. A lot of experienced players leaving the club, not too much money spent. Some astute signings coming in at reasonable prices. 1 or 2 loan players coming back to the club. So it looks like it's going to be a difficult season and a busy, hectic transfer window still for Inter Milan and Marcatori.
3 players in the famous white of Real Madrid to keep an eye on today. Number 26, Alvaro Medran, who will operate in midfield. This is his first taste of senior football, as it is indeed for the number 7, Lucas, who will also operate in midfield, and the focal point of the attack, 19-year-old Raul de Tomas. He also getting a first taste of senior football. This is D'Ambrosio, who will take the throw here for Inter, who, like Real Madrid, also played in this International Champions Cup 12 months ago, and they were very disappointing. I remember commentating on their game against Valencia, who thrashed Inter 4-0. And in all honesty, it could have been 7 or 8. They were very slow and looked to be at least a couple of weeks behind Valencia on the day in terms of pre-season. It's Bale's header, and it wraps back off the crossbar. And Handanovic, the goalkeeper, was waving that goodbye, and Gareth Bale, inside 3 minutes, almost opens the scoring for Real Madrid. Now it's Bale's cross, and Handanovic should allow that to drift across his penalty area. And already see that the ball hasn't got any bounce off the pitch at all. It's quite dead, the surface. And Real Madrid are off to a hot start. And they have a free kick.
You can hear the response, can't you, when Gareth Bale gets the ball. He's the Galactico in this side today. His first impact on the game was a header that comes off the crossbar. And some excellent work from the youngster Lucas Vázquez. And he gets another chance to deliver top quality into the box.
Bale's free kick. Lucky to get a second bite at this. Referee Salazar's whistle in favour of Inter. Gareth Bale had a good goal-scoring record against Inter when he was a Tottenham player, and this is how close he was.
It's excellent work from the youngster. Looks in a really good cross. It's 3 against 2 in favour of Inter Milan. 3 central defenders in it, don't make a good job of it. Gareth Bale gets his head on it, looped over the goalkeeper. And unfortunately for him and Real Madrid, comes off the crossbar.
D'Ambrosio. This is Dodo. Played at Roma last season on loan from Inter and did pretty well. They finished runners-up to Juventus. It's excellent work from Medran, who broke up that attack. It's Carvajal looking to release to Tomas. He's well policed by Juan Jesus. Mistake by Vidic. Gareth Bale looking for the opening to shoot. Non-forthcoming, but there's a mistake by Vidic, which nearly let Real Madrid in. Well, so often you see cautious starts to pre-season games. I hesitate to call this a friendly because it's such a prestigious tournament, this one. The biggest of any of the pre-season tournaments around the globe, and Real Madrid have taken the game to Inter for the most part of the opening 6 minutes. In steps Pepe. Taken on here to good effect. Excellent block by Vidic. A lot of these young Real Madrid players today were part of the B team that were actually relegated from the Spanish second division last season. And if they are heading back to that level of football, they're going to have a very famous coach in the forthcoming season, none other than Zinedine Zidane, who's vacated the assistant role in the first team to Ancelotti to take up the head coaching role with the B team. Fernando Hierro's been brought in as Ancelotti's number 2. This was the chance for Lucas.
It was a good steal by Pepe initially, wasn't it? A really good forceful run from Illaramendi to Vasquez, and excellent defending from Vidic. You can see the hunger, though, can't you? And already the enthusiasm of the young players playing for Real Madrid. You can't help to be motivated playing in front of such a crowd like this. The pitch is a little bit difficult to come to terms with at the moment, isn't it? There's no bounce on the ball. You might just give one or two of the strikers. Certainly has with Raul de Tomas, who knows that, who's willing to chase things down, as you'd expect a teenager getting his chance for Real Madrid. He's going to chase everything. Inter Milan, you can see clearly, want to play at a slower tempo. They want to slow the game down, have a little spell of possession. It's been a fierce start from Real Madrid.
This is Juan. Now Carvajal. Nacho just signed a new 6-year contract. The versatile defender finding Pepe. This is Medran. Now Isco. A lot of speculation about his Real Madrid future following the arrival of James Rodriguez and World Cup winner Toni Kroos. Good challenge from Illaramendi. And Tomas just unable to take that one on. How do you see Isco's position at the moment, Terry?
It's going to be difficult, obviously, signing James Rodriguez for almost double what they paid for Isco last season. He's in a similar position to Illaramendi. Real Madrid signing Toni Kroos. He did get lots of appearances under his belt last season, him and Illaramendi. Isco didn't really get an opportunity on too many occasions to play in his favourite position. He's playing in a midfield role tonight, in a trio. But he is a fantastic footballer. He's got a lot to play for in this pre-season. We talked about the enthusiasm of the young players that haven't played much at this level. But this guy, Illaramendi, have got a lot to prove. Maybe Diego Lopez, with the possibility of a new goalkeeper signing for Real Madrid in Keylor Navas. So you can see the desire and the enthusiasm from the whole of the Real Madrid team. Pepe, his position might be under threat again from a fit again Rafael Varane.
And Bale! Oh, it's magnificent! And that is why you pay top dollar. Gareth Bale with a screamer, giving Real Madrid a deserved 1-0 lead.
We talk about the pitch not having much life in it, but there's certainly life in Real Madrid. And there's plenty of life in Gareth Bale on this playing surface. He shouldn't be allowed to run unopposed. They should know that he has the capability of scoring from this range. Given the time, it swerves. It sends Handanovic the wrong way. He moves to his left. It swerves to his right, and he can't respond. He's the star billing in this match tonight, and he's living up to it at the moment. Hit the bar and now scored a wonderful goal.
22 goals in his debut season for Real Madrid, Gareth Bale, and that after not getting a full pre-season under his belt. So, excellent start to life in Spain. Still coming to terms with the language. But what a brilliant opening goal. Two very important ones, we recall, in the Copa del Rey final. Got the winning goal against Barcelona at the Mestalla in Valencia, and of course also scored in the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid.
It should be a concern for Madrid, shouldn't it? They've got the three at the back, so there's plenty of protection in front in terms of a trio in midfield, and yet we saw Illaramendi run through unopposed earlier in the game and almost set a chance for Vasquez. And there again, Gareth Bale allowed to stride towards the goal and pick his spot for an outstanding strike.
Dodo looks for Icardi. Will want better service than that. Taken on brilliantly by Raul to Tomas, showing plenty of confidence here, the youngster. And already just a little glimpse of the control and pace of the 19-year-old Raul de Tomas. 7 goals in 27 games for the Castilla, the B team last season. Kuzmanovic. Vidic. Now the Brazilian, Juan. Carvajal should get there first.
Thus far, they haven't been able to get any service, have they, to Botta and Icardi. Three at the back means the wider defenders, stroke midfielders, should be getting forward in support. That hasn't been the case yet for Inter Milan.
Botta has earned the free kick. In the foreground there is Walter Mazzari. Signed a new 2-year contract, despite the fact that Inter struggled really and finished yawning gap behind the champions Juventus last season. Have qualified for the Europa League for the forthcoming campaign. But trailing here to a brilliant long-range strike from Gareth Bale. Isco. Nacho. Out of play as Icardi looked to find a way past Nacho. Left back is the 20-year-old Diego Llorente. Ranocchia. Jonathan in strongly. Not quite what Nacho intended. Inter have earned themselves their first corner.
It was better all round from Inter. Better in possession. More desire to win the ball back quickly as well.
Pepe's header. Straight back here to Jonathan. Whipped in first time by Kuzmanovic. And then the attempt to get it back into the danger area from Vidic was good enough attempt, but it ran kindly into the hands of Diego Lopez. D'Ambrosio. Juan. Again asking a lot there of Icardi. Pepe with a comfortable clearance. Of course, he did play in the World Cup for Portugal. Sent off in that heavy defeat against the eventual champions Germany. But extra rest for a lot of the star names who pitched up in Brazil, including Pepe's Portuguese international teammate Ronaldo, who is in the States, arrived just a day or two ago. A number of the big name players are back at their base here at the University of California in Los Angeles. This the first game for these two at the second International Champions Cup tournament. Real Madrid, the holders. This is Jonathan. A break kindly here for Isco. Not blessed with the greatest of pace, but we all know about his close ball skills, and he's earned his side a free kick.
Protects the ball so well, doesn't it? Always aware of where the defender is. Eventually it's Ranocchia who brings him crashing to the ground. I just wonder whether there was a little bit of complacency from Inter prior to the game. Lots of unfamiliar names of Real Madrid that they're playing against. It looked like that fast start from Real Madrid.
Isco. Illaramendi. And Nacho. Isco. He's got Llorente wide. Ignores the left back and picks out Illaramendi. Gets it back off Vázquez. No room for Raul to Tomas.
Really good play there from Illaramendi. There was obvious balls on, wasn't there, out wide to spread the play, but it was a crafty little ball, give and go, which enabled them to make real good progress down the centre of the pitch into the danger area.
Free kick here for Inter. Italian side have already had a couple of low-key friendlies against lower league opposition in their home country. 6-1 and 1-0 victories. Included a couple of goals for 17-year-old striker Bonazzoli, who we might see at some stage, almost certainly will, in this tournament. Coaches are allowed to make as many as 11 substitutions, maximum of 3 occasions they can make changes. Not sure Ancelotti's got the benefit of making 11 changes, because he hasn't got that many in his squad. I think he's just got 20 available for this match. 2 reserve goalkeepers amongst the 9 on the bench. Vidic stretching well for the header. Kuzmanovic for D'Ambrosio. Jonathan, who's normally a right back or right wing back, just playing a little bit further forward on the right flank of D'Ambrosio. This is Juan. Central defender gets it back. Positive run this. Dodo with a cross, and the header from Jonathan doesn't trouble Diego Lopez. Best we've seen so far from Inter.
Yep, slowly but surely they're really getting into this game now. It's the first time we've seen them make any real impacts in terms of attacking play, in open play. Dodo with a cross, and Jonathan continuing his run from midfield. It's a worthwhile attempt, not an easy header to control. Well, please, Mazzari, the midfield players getting forward, the wide players playing in this system have to get forward and try and supply crosses into the box. And that's far better from Inter Milan.
Isco. Lovely return pass from Bale. There's a yawning gap here for Isco to Tomas. And they just about managed to slam the door shut through Juan Jesus. A lovely little give and go though between Isco and Bale.
That's what you get when you spend over £100 million on Kevin.
I mentioned earlier as well, Terry, the fact that Bale didn't get a full pre-season under his belt 12 months ago is going to be all the better. You know, mercifully he stays injury-free, and we're really going to see an even better Gareth Bale potentially this season.
Ancelotti has made that point and said how important player he was last season, but he expects him to be even more important this season.
He also said generally, Ancelotti, that he believes this squad will be even more competitive this time around and will be serious contenders for every trophy that they enter for. And of course they've strengthened considerably, bringing in the likes of James Rodriguez. Wonderful World Cup he had, and of course the world champion from that fine Germany team, Toni Kroos. They may also be bringing in Radamel Falcao. The rumour is that Real Madrid are interested in bringing the Colombian striker on loan. €12.5 million loan fee has been talked about, with an option for Real Madrid to make it into a permanent deal eventually. If they get Falcao, my goodness, what a squad Ancelotti will have under his jurisdiction. Keep an eye on that in the coming days. Falcao grew up a Real Madrid fan, just like Gareth Bale, James Rodriguez and Cristiano Ronaldo all dreamt one day that they would wear the famous white shirt. Living the dream. Illaramendi. Isco. Bale. Llorente. Isco. Popping the ball around nicely here, Real Madrid, until Lucas Vázquez is dispossessed by Juan. Kuzmanovic.
You see how hard the Real Madrid youngsters are working. And they're not in possession to try and win the ball back. They're going to ensure that Inter Milan have to play the ball crisply and make sure their passing is accurate.
There's a sharpness, though, about Real Madrid when you consider how relatively early we are into pre-season. Ancelotti will be enjoying what he's watching right now.
There might be an issue, mightn't there, for Real Madrid with one or two of these youngsters that we're seeing tonight, whether they're possibly going to be too good for the third tier of Spanish football. Lucas Vázquez is 23 years old now. You might wonder how they went down, but they're playing at a decent level, aren't they? In the second division of Spain, it's a group of young players. We were experiencing the ranks to see them through troubled times, and they found themselves relegated. But in terms of quality as individuals, I'm sure there'll be one or two clubs around Europe, possibly in Spain, I would imagine, looking to take these youngsters on loan.
Here's the goal scorer, Bale.
And you're not going to get him on loan.
He earns a corner out of Ranocchia. Gareth Bale, along with the rest of the Real Madrid players, delighted to see David Beckham pop up at their training camp ahead of this tournament, and Beckham himself would have been proud of a finish like that.
The 6 Inter Milan defenders surrounded him. He was almost in the middle of a circle. No one came and confronted him, no one chased him back. He has previous against Inter Milan as well, doesn't he?
Tottenham fans will still have fresh in their memories the hat-trick that Gareth Bale scored against Inter, the famous taxi for Maicon match, when the Brazilian international fullback got an absolute roasting from Gareth Bale on the night. Here's Isco, trying to work a shooting position initially, then finds a good pass. Lucas Vázquez will settle for the throw. Looking forward to seeing another of the bright young things of Real Madrid amongst their substitutes today. Marcos Llorente, highly promising midfield player, just 19 years old, and it's going to be a yellow card here for Ranocchia. Not often you see yellow cards in pre-season tournaments, but Ricardo Salazar doesn't have any option here. That's crude from Ranocchia.
It's a challenge born out of frustration, doesn't it? It shouldn't be the case. I know they're 1-0 down. Reasonably experienced players, captain of the side, and shouldn't be resorting to that in this stage of the game in a pre-season friendly.
Ranocchia has taken the captaincy from Javier Zanetti, the legendary Argentine player who finally in his early 40s decided he would retire. Inter have also retired his number 4 shirt in his honour, and Zanetti is now Inter's vice president. And everyone with an allegiance to Internazionale of Milan will be looking on nervously as Gareth Bale is poised. He's already wrapped that famous left foot through a wonder strike. Can he deliver again? Handanovic down to make the save. Didn't look all that comfortable in doing so, but he did enough.
In fairness to the goalkeeper, Kevin, Handanovic, he's probably not too sure how this is going to bounce. Not just because of the nature and the technique of Gareth Bale, but because of the pitch. And he does the right thing, just pushing it around the post.
Isco with a corner. Llorente's header. Pepe claiming he was balked in the initial flight of the Isco corner.
There's a slight touch on the shoulder, isn't there, Pepe from the Ambrosio. Talked about Zanetti retiring, so Cassano, experienced strikers, moved on to Parma. Diego Milito has left the club, Cambiasso, Walter Samuel. Just to emphasise the point I was making pre-game about it's a summer of change for Inter Milan.
Well, it's been a summer of change for a number of clubs in behind Juventus, who are far and away the top act in Italy these days. Roma are their nearest challengers. Napoli are nestled in behind, but for the two Milan clubs, they've got a lot of ground to make up, not only in terms of the European stage, but domestically.
And Inter finished 42 points behind Juventus, the champions, and Inter finished in 5th position. And still, that was 18 points away from Napoli, who finished in the Champions League position, so a lot of work to do for Walter Mazzarri. He's a manager that's proved that he can do a job as big as this. Successful period with Napoli. And Lucas Vázquez there, claiming he was elbowed. There was a little jab on the chin from Vidic. And first of all, I felt the forceful challenge from the other youngster, Diego Llorente, on that side of the pitch. A little bit of retaliation on the wrong player from Vidic.
Interesting career move for Nemanja Vidic at the age of 32. 6.5 years of fine service at Old Trafford.
I apologise, it was Carvajal with the first challenge. And I think Vidic has a slight retaliation, but unfortunately for Lucas Vázquez, it's the wrong player. There's a little jab on the chin. I think he might have been in trouble in a competitive match, not a pre-season friendly. I think there might have been a card shown there for Nemanja Vidic.
This is Botta, Icardi. Just nursing a cut lip there, Lucas Vázquez.
It's a big thrill for these youngsters, though, isn't it? Travelling with Real Madrid. You know that some superstars are missing, but they are in the travelling party. It's a great experience for the young players.
Carvajal.
It's getting a bit feisty, isn't it? Very competitive. And Joel Obi probably needs to do more of that in midfield. He needs to be more competitive. Him, Jonathan, Kuzmatovic. Far too much time and space and freedom for the Real Madrid midfield players.
Got a little bit to prove as well, the Nigerian Joel Obi. It's his first appearance for Inter for 18 months. Had a spell last season on loan at Parma. That needs to impress the coach Mazzarri, one of several players out here looking to catch the eye. A mixture of those who are proven for their respective clubs, those who are likely to remain on the fringes, and those who might just be playing their football elsewhere. These are the matches that can determine futures. Llorente. Kuzmanovic. Botta. D'Ambrosio wanted that playing into his stride, and pass wasn't forthcoming from Botta, but they've got a free kick in turn. They've taken it quickly. Kuzmanovic for Dodo. Obi. Kuzmanovic. Vidic. Carvajal. Pepe. Poor pass. Jonathan. In by D'Ambrosio. Not too far away from Obi.
Jonathan impressing in midfield. He's involved in the build-up here. And the cross coming in from D'Ambrosio, and Joel Obi again getting himself into the box. Good defensive work from Carvajal, saw the danger. Picks up the runner and allowed the ball to go behind for the goal kick.
It's very much a breakthrough season for Dani Carvajal at right back for Real Madrid. He comfortably saw off the challenge, such as it was, from Alvaro Arbeloa. Didn't actually make the final cut for Del Bosque's Spain squad for Brazil 2014, but he was in the original 30, Carvajal. 22 years old. I think his time eventually will come for the national team. To have the free kick.
So far, the only attempt at goal we've seen from Inter has been the header from Jonathan that went over the crossbar. Botta and now Icardi, in all fairness to them, haven't been given too much in terms of service in the attacking positions. Going to make something from this set piece. Pepe and Vidic going toe-to-toe there.
Jonathan with the free kick into a really good area. The defending was good enough from Llorente initially. Fed in by, or attempted to be fed in by Obi.
That set piece deserved better, didn't it? Delivered a good pace into the right area. Demanding that an Inter shirt was attacking that.
Lucas Vázquez. Isco. Llorente. Terrific crowd turned up here at the Memorial Stadium in Berkeley on the east side of the San Francisco Bay, watching Real Madrid looking to double the lead. Defending was just about good enough there from Juan Jesus. But when they do get into that final third, Inter, they look like, or rather Real Madrid, they look like they have a cutting edge.
It's great movement off the ball. It's good incisive passing from Real Madrid. On that occasion, though, it was good defending from Juan Jesus. They've had to do that on a few occasions to block attempts at goal in that dangerous part of the field. from a Real Madrid player.
Asking a lot of Joel Obi and Diego Lopez for the good starting position there.
And again, we see the attempt and the good defending. A good attempt at goal from Vasquez, who's not restricted himself, just as staying on that right flank. Drifted around the attacking part of the pitch and really caused problems for the Inter Milan defence.
Rather hopeful from Ranocchia. Just harking back to that earlier altercation between Lucas Vázquez and Nemanja Vidic, and Vázquez there quite certain that Vidic used an elbow which drew blood from the mouth of the Real Madrid youngster. D'Ambrosio. Llorente.
The midfield has functioned really well for Real Madrid, hasn't it? Illaramendi holding, and Isco and Alvaro Medran just keeping things ticking over, moving the ball around quickly.
This is Joel Obi. Trying to do a Gareth Bale, but way too much elevation.
There's the clearance from Pepe. He should do better there. Once that ball sits down, he should be keeping the shot down, the attempt down.
This is Botta.
It's Botta's turn. Again, lifting the attempt over the crossbar. A couple of attempts in quick succession, though, from Inter. Just before we get to half-time.
This is Carvajal. Inter make a mess of that throw in. And Bale trying to double his goal tally. A little frustrated, he didn't work the goalkeeper, Handanovic.
And again, though, a good example of how enthusiastic that Real Madrid are to try and win the ball back. On that occasion, it was Illaramendi. The ball falls to Gareth Bale under a bit more pressure. And again, another player that can't keep his shot down.
Poor kick from Lopez.
It's been a good half, though, Kevin. Good pace, very competitive. I think the players are making a good fist of it in terms of this playing surface. I've been surprised how quickly Real Madrid have been able to move the ball about. You see there's hardly any bounce.
It's Dodo. Well, the sizable crowd that's turned up here in Berkeley, and treated to a good first half, which is shortly going to be drawn to a close by referee Ricardo Salazar. Expect to see numerous substitutions, maybe at the start or certainly during the second half. as the respective coaches Ancelotti and Mazzari look to give players plenty of action pre-season. But Gareth Bale's wonder strike has Ancelotti's side in front of the break here in Berkeley in the International Champions Cup. It's Real Madrid 1, Inter 0. Welcome back then to the Memorial Stadium in Berkeley, California, the International Champions Cup Group A match. First games in this prestigious pre-season tournament for Real Madrid and Internazionale of Milan. Gareth Bale's wonderful first half goal separates the teams, but he has gone off at half-time. Marcos Llorente has been brought on by Carlo Ancelotti, who thinks an awful lot about the player that he's replaced Gareth Bale with, another of the highly talented youngsters coming through the ranks at the Bernabeu. I'll keep an eye out for number 29, Marcos Llorente, 19 years old. His father Paco played more than 100 times for Real Madrid, and his father was the nephew of Paco Gento, who was the brilliant left winger in that all-conquering Real Madrid side of the mid to late 50s that won 5 successive European Cups. So the genes are good, and we're looking forward to seeing Marcos Llorente. 2 Llorentes out there now for Real Madrid, Marcos and the left back Diego.
Looks like Marcos Llorente is going to play in his normal central midfield role, which allows Isco to move further forward.
Forward by Pepe. Confirmation as well that Diego Lopez has made way for Jesus Fernandez. The Brazilian left-back Dodo just getting involved momentarily, and just once or twice it got feisty in the first half. Carvajal getting a little hot under the collar. There's been a card shown here. It's gone to Raul, to Tomas for that challenge on Dodo. Unnecessary, really, from the teenager, and rightly yellow-carded by Ricardo Salazar.
So the yellow card awarded to Ranocchia in the first half, rightly so. Likewise this for the young Real Madrid striker. Tomas, a bit of a naughty challenge in a pre-season friendly. It turned into a bit of a melee, didn't it? Players sticking up for each other. Carvajal, the 22-year-old, sticking up for the younger ones, of which one is a year older than him. There you go.
Dodo. Raul de Tomas, who picked up that first Real Madrid booking. Nacho got himself into an awkward position there against Botta. It's a clear free kick.
See the ball delivered into the striker. Nacho gets too close there. He tries to just toe poke the ball away, but makes more than enough contact with Botta.
Plenty forward here for Inter. Average age of the Real Madrid side out there now is barely 23. And probably the only guaranteed starter for Ancelotti at the beginning of the new Spanish season would be Pepe. This is Lucas Vázquez.
I'm not so sure about that now, Kevin, with Rafael Varane getting back to fitness. He'll be challenging Pepe for his place alongside Ramos.
Rightly so. Isco, who was a regular at the start of last season, and scored goals for fun after his move from Malaga. But once Ancelotti changed the system to predominantly a 4-3-3, Isco got less opportunities as the weeks went by. And as I touched on in first half commentary, his future at the club, along with that of world champion Sami Khedira, Illaramendi and Di Maria, question mark against all of them. They'll be looking to recoup some of the money they've spent on James Rodriguez and Toni Kroos. A little bit surprised that Juventus paid almost £16 million, Terry, for Morata, who has only really had a handful of senior appearances.
I think there's probably a buyback clause in there as well for Real Madrid, just to safeguard them. Juventus are collecting strikers. But he is certainly a player with huge potential, and we'll see now how good he's going to be. I think Real Madrid genuinely wanted to keep him, didn't they? So it was always going to take a lot of money to tempt them to sell. And it has taken a lot of money. Of course, Jesse Rodriguez as well was a good player that was coming through, making a real impact last season. Picks up that cruciate knee ligament injury, which is going to see him back around just before Christmas.
Offside against Botta.
We're talking about a side that are European champions. I think I invest heavily in world-class, top-quality players. And you see the youngsters getting involved, a little bit of give and go. There's the substitute Marcus Llorente there. Getting involved immediately in this game.
Ancelotti making another change. Raul de Tomas, who picked up that yellow card, is going to make way in attack for Ruben Sobrinho, another debutant at senior level, 22-year-old. 17 appearances for the B team, Sobrinho, last season. With a number of the big-name Real Madrid players already on United States soil, it's not inconceivable that some of them could be brought in for future games in this tournament. Jesus Fernandez with his first involvement, and it's a routine pickup really from the weak shot from D'Ambrosio.
You see there's a slight mistake there from the Real Madrid left-back, Llorente.
But Casillas, Modric, Ramos, Xabi Alonso, Contrao, Ronaldo, all in the States at the moment, building up their fitness. This is Kuzmanovic. D'Ambrosio. Medran. Nacho. Carvajal. Medran. Nacho. Isco. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card. Medran.
Certainly out to win this game, aren't they, Real Madrid? They give the ball away there. Medran throws himself into this challenge, always going to pick up a yellow card.
At his disposal, and his opposite number, Ancelotti. He's keeping his powder dry at the moment in terms of fresh legs into this International Champions Cup Group A game. And I think that Botta was expecting maybe that this might have gone the other way, but he clearly had hold of the shirt of Nacho.
That's a good spot from the referee.
The other two teams in Group A of this tournament are Manchester United and Roma. In Group B, Manchester City, Liverpool, AC Milan and Olympiacos. Milan already beaten 3-0 by an impressive Olympiacos. There'll be a free kick. Referee in a good spot there, Ricardo Salazar.
Game keeps breaking up in the second half so far. Maybe initial foul on Carvajal from Juan Jesus, but there's certainly a foul there. A clear foul. Ruben Sobrinho, he's just come on and tracking back, helping out defensively. I'll be surprised to see some changes made by Marcatori around the hour mark. Pre-season, you would imagine the manager on an occasion like this, probably anticipating the starting 11, some of them playing around the 60-minute mark.
Isco. Well, as we've seen in recent years, the Italian Serie A is not a competition that's attracting a lot of the top names. Maybe would think that that would benefit the Italian national team without so many top-line foreign players. But I was talking to Gianfranco Zola over the summer, and he was bemoaning the fact of quality young players coming through in Italy into the national team setup. So it looks as though it's going to be a few more lean years at club and international level for Italy. Time will tell on that. Juventus still attracting some big names, but they are something of a rarity in their domestic competition in that department, as opposed to La Liga, who continually attract the very top names in world football and have continued to do so over the summer, with Luis Suarez moving to Barcelona, James Rodriguez, Toni Kroos to Real Madrid, and possibly more moves still to be made ahead of the new Spanish top flight season. Isco. Marcos Llorente. Isco. Chance to work here with Carvajal. Nice possession football from the young Real Madrid team, drawing applause and admiration from the big crowd here in Berkeley, California. Real Madrid looking to double their advantage and just overplayed eventually.
A good spell of possession, but equally as good as the desire to win the ball back quickly again.
Well, Marcatori is getting ready to make his first change or changes in this match. As Terry touched on, he's waited until around the hour mark. Just sorting out the numbers and the board of the fourth official before Inter bring fresh legs to this match.
Left-back area has been one of those areas that's a little bit of speculation, is there, whether the Contrail would stay, whether they would try and invest money on it to improve that position. I can fully understand why Ancelotti might be reluctant to. You see Diego Llorente there, the youngster, 20 years of age. Good pace, good defender. He certainly looks a player capable of moving up a level from the B team. They're competing. We've seen Dani Carvajal have to go away from the club and come back. Llorente looks a player that's looks as if he's going to have a chance.
Oh, good ball by Jonathan. Pepe got quickly to Icardi, which was important. Marco Andreoli, Jan Umvila and Juan Pablo Carrizo, goalkeeper. Look, so going to be three changes now for Internazionale. A little bit surprised that Umvila didn't start, who's been brought into the Italian club, number 90 on loan from the Russian club Rubin Kazan. There's Carrizo, the Argentine goalkeeper. Umvila, the French international, didn't make their World Cup squad. And the other player coming on is the defender Andreoli. Ranocchia making way at the back for Andreoli. And Handanovic replaced in goal by Carrizo. And Umvila just slotting in to the heart of the Inter midfield. Good interception by Pepe, who's quick to lead the counter-attack. He's playing centre forward at the moment, is Pepe. And Vidic still showing he's no slouch at 32. Just unable to find a way around the experienced defender there, Sobrinho.
It's really good defender, isn't it? A 10-year age difference here, but in terms of experience, Vidic with his know-how knows exactly the path he has to take. He cuts across the run of Sobrinho.
D'Ambrosio. There's confirmation of the interchanges. Here's Jonathan. It's a little heavy, the pass from Umvila. That's too much of D'Ambrosio. Ancelotti's getting ready to make another change or two. He's got young defender Derik stripped and ready. Dodo. Real Madrid are also getting ready. Omar Mascarell, who's a midfielder, along with Derik. So another couple of fresh new faces for Ancelotti and Real Madrid. Illaramendi makes way from midfield. Or is he? No, he's just getting instructions. Looks like Medran and Pepe are going to be the players to depart. No chances taken with Pepe in particular, who'll be very much to the fore in the first team squad. Let's see what these latest youngsters have to offer. This is Villa, and Jesus Fernandez had to just adjust his feet slightly there, just to make sure he got enough to help the Villa shot on its way now for the corner.
He's been on a few minutes already. He's been tested more than Diego Lopez. And you can see Villa, cracking effort there from long range, good power, good technique as well. Wrapped his foot around it.
This is Jonathan. And Villa. Decent cross. And they're looking for a penalty, and they've got it. The referee wasn't in much doubt there. Nemanja Vidic has earned the penalty. It looked like it might have been Sobrinho there who barged into Vidic. It was. And the referee didn't have any doubt.
No, it's the right decision. All the players know that Vidic is the danger man when it comes to attacking set pieces with real determination. Of course, he shows good movement as well. And Sobrinho, it's a clear foul. I thought it was a penalty straight away, and the referee agreed.
So Mauro Icardi, the Argentine striker, with a chance to level it up in the International Champions Cup in Berkeley, California, against Jesus Fernandez. And how cool was that? He's had so little to feed on in this game. Stayed patient, Icardi, and coolness personified from the spot.
Yep, does a Panenka. Waits for Jesus Fernandez to go down. He just thinks it calmly over the goalkeeper. It's his first attempt on goal. You're right, he hasn't had much service. This is going to be a test for Real Madrid now. Just taking off Pepe, who was their last remaining really genuine experienced player. Two more youngsters came onto the field of play, both 21 years of age. It's such a young, it's a vibrant Real Madrid, very, very inexperienced. Llorente, Isco and Carvajal now, clearly the most experienced players. Llorente, the oldest at 24, so that's how his team now. Been outplayed, been outfought. Just over 20 minutes remaining, back on level terms. And we'll probably be now thinking they can go on and win this game. Seeing Villa make an immediate impact with that attempt on goal. The player he replaced, Kuzmanovic, we barely mentioned in commentary. In every set piece though, Inter Milan, if it's been anywhere near Vidic, he has caused problems. I thought it was a clear foul. His marker lost him, panicked. It was a clear shove. And Icardi makes no mistake from the spot.
Well, although Inter got a lot of young players on the pitch as well, in terms of first-team experience at various clubs, whether at Inter or elsewhere or out on loan from the Italian club, they do have certainly the advantage at first-team level. So many of these Real Madrid players operate for the B team. In terms of Marcos Llorente, he's bypassed the B team completely. He was playing in the C team for Real Madrid last season, the 19-year-old attacking midfielder. Here's Jonathan. Given away to Carvajal initially, and then Jonathan's foul. Still 20 minutes to go here. If we are level, incidentally, at the end of 90 minutes, there's no extra time in this tournament. We'll go straight to penalty kicks to decide the winner. If a team wins ahead of penalties, it's 3 points. If you win in a penalty shootout, it's 2. The losers in the penalty shootout get 1 point. Carvajal now has picked up a yellow card. He's been on the verge of one since the midway point of the first half.
A little bit responsible for Carvajal as well, that kick. You can understand though not being happy with that attempt from Carvajal. I think you have to get the levels of aggression just about right, don't you? Obviously, in any game of football, certainly pre-season. I think you have to show a little bit more respect for your fellow professionals. And a couple of fouls tonight where players have just lashed out. Carvajal there did exactly that. I wouldn't be too impressed if another player had done that to him. It's a prestigious tournament. All the players are looking for the same outcome to get through pre-season.
Oh, it was almost a perfect pass. Thumbs up from Icardi. Very close to getting a meaningful touch to that. Well, it most certainly is the most prestigious of all the pre-season tournaments. A lot of money to be made by the big clubs who pitch up for this. Not always appreciated by the various coaches, the amount of travelling that's involved. I know Louis van Gaal, the new Manchester United head coach, wasn't best pleased with the amount of travelling that Manchester United are having to do, but of course it was all arranged before he took over the reins. It's out of the hands of coaches, really, Terry, isn't it? It comes from further on high, doesn't it?
I was going to say exactly that. He might not like it and might hope that things will change in the future, but even if it's Louis van Gaal, I still suggest that Manchester United will be on their travels again next summer. The players will thoroughly enjoy this experience as well. It's he spends the rest of the season playing in Europe, European competition, domestic competition. They come to North America. Probably haven't enjoyed playing on this surface, but the all-round experience that the players enjoy while they're out here, attempting to get fit. Playing in it's a wonderful tournament.
Looked like a handball there initially. A little bit late. The whistle from referee Salazar.
And of course, around the world, there's a huge demand to watch these big clubs in live television. We barely finished from the World Cup, but we want to watch live football. To see Real Madrid, Inter Milan in this competition, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Olympiacos, AC Milan, Roma. It's a fabulous competition. And the coaches are just going to have to put up with it.
just in case you've joined the game late, Gareth Bale gave Real Madrid a 1-0 half-time lead with a superb shot. He didn't appear for the second half. And we've got a lot of youngsters out there now for Real Madrid, looking to see if they can get a notable victory against a more experienced Inter side. This is Carvajal. Illaramendi. Carvajal.
Doing everything a little bit better now, aren't they, Inter Milan? They're pressing quicker, moving the ball around quicker.
Inter Milan looking to make a couple of substitutions shortly. A little too early for autographs, I'd have thought.
Subs are getting even younger for Real Madrid.
One young man getting very excited. So on for Inter comes the Japanese international left back Nagatomo. Joel Obi makes way. We also got Rene Kirin on the pitch as well, the Slovenian international. New signing for Inter for the forthcoming season, Kirin. Bought for £1 million from Bologna, where he was relegated from the Italian top flight last season. Inter piling forward with numbers. Needs an early ball in. It wasn't taken on, but the option was there for Kirin. Corner.
Shortly coming after a sub, he had a real opportunity there.
Good-looking cross, nobody really attacking it. Oh, and a good save for Fernandez! And again, what a brilliant double save, the second one in particular. Top-class goalkeeping there from Jesus Fernandez. Might have more work to do here. Oh, he should have had.
Good cross from one of the substitutes. Vidic with a really good attempt. Another defender, Andrioli, with the follow-up. Two great saves from the goalkeeper. He doesn't see that too late. There's Fernandez, and then he reacts in the second stop. Andrioli was absolutely superb. He was waiting for the back of the net to bulge there, was on the follow-up. Great reactions from the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Well, he'd be the fourth choice goalkeeper at Real Madrid this season. That's assuming they keep Casillas and Diego Lopez. With the impending arrival of Keylor Navas from Levante. That deal almost done, we understand. Had a great World Cup with Costa Rica, Navas. A little over 10 minutes to go here. Let's just confirm those interchanges for you. Nagatomo. Jonathan. I think smell victory now. Inter.
Nagatomo, clearly their first choice fullback or wing back on this left side. He's going to strengthen them. As Mazzari's side go for all out for the win. Girone has replaced Obi in midfield. He looks to be very attack-minded as well.
Lucas Vázquez.
I think whatever the result, Kevin, I think both managers, coaches will be satisfied. What you don't want is what happened to AC Milan in their first game, a heavy defeat. Questions were asked about the performance. Filippo Inzaghi, his first coaching job. It's a big job as well. But both of these teams have played really well tonight.
Here comes the shot, which is a very decent effort indeed. There's plenty of venom in that. Effort from Diego Laxalt.
Again, one or two of the attempts from Inter Milan have just crept over that crossbar. And that was a good effort under pressure.
Free kick against Villa. And a yellow card. Is he reaching for it? Yep. Jan Villa in the book.
He wants to create a good impression with his new team. He wants to help his team get all 3 points in this particular match. See a heavy challenge on Isco.
I was mentioning earlier that this is the 6th successive summer that Real Madrid have toured the United States. They've got a very good record. They're 18 games unbeaten on US soil, dating back to 2002. But that record under threat with such a young and inexperienced team out there in white. Isco suddenly become one of the senior heads out there, along with Nacho and Carvajal. This is nice from Real Madrid. Here's Dani Carvajal. Not cleared sufficiently well. Fine stop. Really good save from Carrizo. Had to stick. Just about did.
See the clearance here. And it falls to Mascarell with the attempt. The first attack we've seen for a considerable amount of time from Real Madrid. That's ended with an attempt on goal.
So 5 minutes away from the prospect of penalties to decide the winner of this Group A game in the International Champions Cup. All bar one of the matches being played on US soil. The initial game, Olympiacos' victory over AC Milan, was played in Canada, in Toronto. Isco.
Every time you feel it, Inter Milan are really stepping on the gas. Real Madrid reply with a little bit of quality. The young players, and in particular Illaramendi, I think has been terrific tonight. Isco.
Good work here by Carvajal. It isn't a foul, surely. Well, I thought he made a meal of that, Carvajal, but the assistant decided there was enough in the challenge from Vidic.
Getting closing down, they're putting the opposing players under pressure. Juan Jesus eventually comes off with a little injury.
Yep, it's a foul. The assistant's got it right.
Vidic blocked him off, didn't he? A little bit of a fight back from Real Madrid. So look at the closing down. Carvajal might strike him on the arm, he gets a bit lucky. It's away from Juan Jesus, who hopefully isn't too badly injured. And Vidic with a foul on Carvajal.
Isco over the free kick.
Looking at an aerial threat, of course, there's no Pepe.
Big yawning gap for somebody to run onto this on the edge of the box, if they decide to use that. It goes deep though, Isco. And Villa, who concedes the corner.
I think it just goes to show how small they are at the moment. They're going towards the far post to Illaramendi. We probably won't see that happen again this season. He's more likely to be on the halfway line, holding. And the centre-backs go forward.
This is Derik. Carvajal. Two minutes plus stoppage time to go. Illaramendi. Vidic in control. Less so, Carrizo. This is Isco. It's a horrible clearance from the goalkeeper. Mascarell. Carvajal. Could be a winner here for the young Real Madrid side. Not quite. Free kick against Derik. We've got just over 60 seconds of normal time left. And penalties are beckoning. No extra time, I remind you. Inter Milan are looking to get Federico Bonazzoli on. 17-year-old striker. There he is.
Must be half decent at penalties, Kevin.
I was just thinking the same thing. Yep. Off comes Jonathan. couple of goals already in pre-season for Bonazzoli. Just a question of how much stoppage time now. The board of the fourth official, Boubacar Jallo, will be out very shortly. 2 minutes. Lucas Vázquez, a clever pass. No sting in the shot though from Sobrinho, player who gave away the penalty for the shove on Vidic, which was very calmly slotted home by Mauro Icardi to equalise that first half goal from Gareth Bale. Lucas Vázquez showing good feet. And this will be the last opportunity, I think, to decide it ahead of penalties, as we enter the last 60 seconds of stoppage time. The referee wants that retaken. No Cristiano Ronaldo or Gareth Bale out there, so nobody's in the mood to have a pop at goal.
Probably as a group they haven't had a chance to come up with something imaginative here from this set piece.
Well, it rather lacked imagination, but they've got a corner out of it. And this is just about the last play. It's Fernando Hierro alongside Ancelotti's new number 2 this season. Be quite a fillip for these Real Madrid youngsters if they were to grab victory over their more experienced opponents, despite it not being a full-strength Inter-side either. We've had the 2 extra minutes. But it needed a brilliant double save from the substitute Real Madrid goalkeeper Jesus Fernandez to deny Vidic, and then Andrioli to take us to a penalty shootout. No extra time, it's finished 1-1. And the penalties in the International Champions Cup between Inter and Real Madrid on the way. Here we go then. Penalties to decide the opening match in Group A for Real Madrid and Internazionale of Milan, to decide who will take 2 points for the penalty shootout win, 1 point for the losers. Isco first up for Real Madrid against Carrizo. Oh, and it's a fine save. The Argentine goalkeeper with a terrific stop to deny Isco.
Certainly Isco doesn't get it right in the corner, does he? Hits it with good power, and it's just within saving range. Juan Pablo Carrizo gets his right, gets enough contact on it, takes the power of it and just onto the post.
Well, how often would you have Nemanja Vidic coming up first in a penalty shootout? Not in his Manchester United days. With his new club Inter, is he a scorer? Oh, he is. He'll be taking a few more after that.
Well, I did expect him to stride up and just hit it with the laces. There's a little check in his run-up. Waits for Jesus Fernandez to go to his right. And slots it comfortably in the corner.
Lucas Vázquez coming to the end of his senior Real Madrid debut, one of many for Carlo Ancelotti today in Berkeley, California. Needs to put this one away. So levels it up at 1 penalty apiece. But Real Madrid have taken 1 extra
He's had a really good game and he's enjoyed his work so far. Rounds it off nicely with a calm slot to the back of the net to level it up for Real Madrid.
Jesus Fernandez, who produced that brilliant double save in the second half. It's Nagatomo now for Inter. Oh, and that's an equally good stop. Again, going the same side as Carrizo did to deny Isco. This time, Nagatomo misses. And once again, it wasn't fully in the corner, and I think he's got a right to save that, and he did.
As long as he guesses the right way, that's exactly what he did. It's a very similar penalty to the one that Isco had saved by Juan Pablo Carrizo.
Now, defender Nacho. 2 penalties each, 1 scored each. No mistake. How often that works, straight down the middle from Nacho.
You see Carrizo goes to his right, just slightly to the goalkeeper's left. Nacho, the central defender. Vidic, the central defender, has scored as well.
So advantage Real Madrid at the moment. They've taken 3 penalties, scored twice. Inter's third arriving now from Yanam Villa to try and level the shootout at 2-2. Oh! All he needed was to put it into a yawning gap as Jesus Fernandez went the wrong way, but back off the post.
Gets good connection on it. It was a complicated run up, wasn't it? Started straight, arced his run round to open his body up, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and just comes back off the post.
Real Madrid then 2-1 up, 3 penalties each. Now Illaramendi. Real pressure on Inter if he slots this. Oh, Carrizo with an unorthodox save, but they all count. Where's a wry smile there, the goalkeeper. Extraordinary stop.
So Illaramendi does go straight down the middle. The goalkeeper goes to his right. It's a left foot volley. It's an excellent save from the Argentine goalkeeper. A spectacular save, in fact.
Now Juan Jesus. To level it up at 2-2 in the shootout. Yes.
It's an emphatic finish from the Brazilian central defender. Picks his spot, hits it with power. Nice chance there for Jesus Fernandez to get there and make the save.
So only 50% of the 8 penalties have been converted here. It's 2 apiece. Mascarell for Real Madrid. Well, he's missed it. And now Inter had the chance to win it.
He just leans back on it a little bit too much, humps his body. This is the target. That'll be a blow for the youngster. 60,000 people. It would have been a nervous situation for all the young players that have taken penalties.
Well, this is interesting because Jesus Fernandez will have seen how Mauro Icardi scored in the second half with a Panenka, a little chip down the middle. Will he go the same way again to win it for Inter? Yes. So 2 points for the shootout win for Internazionale of Milan. 1 point for the losers in the shootout, the holders of the International Champions Cup, Real Madrid. So Inter who prevail in the shootout.
And Icardi can take all sorts of penalties. Inter winning by 3-2 in the penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw. Real Madrid get a point for losing in the shootout under the rules of the tournament. But Manchester United are top this evening after their win 3-2 over Roma. Wayne Rooney scored a couple, with one a penalty. Juan Mata scored the other for Manchester United. 3 points for them, 2 points for Inter for winning a penalty shootout, 1 point for Real Madrid for losing it.